You taught my brain a trick, made my mood behave. Pull me out the blues like a retro wave. I ain't got a lot, but I got a little thank you, so I drop it in the jar like the cool kids do. Tap, tap, tip jar, bop, bop, bop. Karma do the jitterbug, make my love pop. Might make you smart, might make you cute, might fix your aura in a zoot suit. Skip that sub, tip a buck. Internet high five, stop, skip that sub, tip a buck. Keep the good stuff alive.
Turn on the news, doom, doom, doom. Every joke needs permission soon. Warning labels, black tie glue. Who's offended? Pick a room. Hey, whatever happened to funny? Oh, Wendy laughing across the line. Everybody's mad at something. Nobody's having a good time. We got clowns in charge, that's class clowns, all serious, no pratfall fun. This clown world isn't funny at all. Hey, whatever happened to fun? Satire's tense, comedy shy. Jokes gotta pass a background check, oh my. Used to laugh till we cried inside. Now we argue till bedtime every night. Hey, whatever been so funny? Oh, smiles need clearance now. Everybody's yelling, listen. Nobody's laughing anyhow. We got megaphones, no banana peels. Red noses locked behind a peel. This clown world isn't funny at all. Hey, whatever happened to real? Read the
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Thursday, January the 29th, 2026, and it's a whole new day. And as you can see, let's see if I got this right here. No. No. There. It's a clock. Yeah, I figured that out. So I was able to put a clock in, so I have a second hand. Why? Because I wanted to hit that top of the hour proper. So anyway, turn that monitor down. Again, continuing to grow the machinations of the podcast, because what's interesting right now is I've got 2 live streams going out, and I don't know exactly how that's going to work or how well. So the 24/7 live stream of Amp Multimedia is happening over here in the Brain Box. Okay, so that's happening. And, oh yeah, more polka. It had to happen. So anyway, from there, then over here, you'll see, sort of, it's not completely in frame, but I've got that live stream going out here, and then we're doing a live stream here. So it's wild, it's wacky, all the things that can be done. I've also, and help me out with this one, Damien, if you would, I've changed the camera out because I was watching the replay of yesterday morning, and it looked like total crap. I don't know if this one looks like total crap or not, but I changed the camera because I didn't like it looking like total crap. So anyway, so there's that. So yeah, and this morning it's like I was like, because I was thinking about this last night when it comes to like funny and satire and just comedy in general, how it's been so compromised over the past 10 years really, to where nobody has a sense of humor anymore without getting offended by something. But the best comedy is always offended, but you wouldn't have people kicking and screaming like babies in the hallway. You know what I'm saying? And very good morning to you, Gar the Ghoul, host of Horrible Horror on Saturday nights on Twitch TV. And but anyway, but how does the picture look today? Does it look better than yesterday? That's kind of the question, because again, I'm playing with things and I'm doing different things all at once and simultaneously. And like I said, I like having a clock. I do. I don't think I'll leave it on the screen the whole time because that would get a little tedious. But to have a clock in real time while I'm doing this is kind of fun. But again, it was mainly so when I was doing the lead up, I'd be able to do it. Da 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 da. Let's see here. What is difference in the question? You look okay to me. Lighting could be better. Oh yeah, no. I'm not worried about the particulars of like that. But I'm talking about is like, does it look grainy, or does it look not as grainy as it did yesterday? That's the question. Because I was using just the laptop PC cam, and I didn't realize how crappy that looked until I saw it on the big screen. I was like, "Ooh, that looks terrible." So okay. All right. So again, it's just a matter of I'm playing and tweaking, and I've got 2 live streams going out right now. So I'm curious what that's doing with my bandwidth and all that. I'm just curious because see what's happening now is as I'm building out this 24/7 stream with the day parts that will be as they are with a morning block from 6 to 10, with me cutting in at 8 o'clock, which I'm not cutting into that stream. All the stream stuff is pre-recorded into a folder. But then the regular day part, 6 to 10 is morning, and then midday kicks off from 10 to 3, 3 to 7 is your afternoon drive, and then 7 to midnight is prime time, and then the overnights is overnight. And so that's where I'm going to be putting my focus on all my eerie entertainment stuff and Maxwell Marks and Macabre Mayhem and all that fun stuff. Anyway, I'm just wanting to see what it looks like. So it does look sharper, good. A little jumpy, okay, but much higher definition. Good. That's what I was wanting to see. Because I just kind of took the. I knew that the laptop PC camera thingy was going to be lower quality than this camera, but I just wanted to see. Now I know. So now this will be the camera in which I use to do these things. Because again, this one that you see here is actually my production machine, and this one over here is the TV station, and this one over here is just the receiver of the live stream that I've just got rolling. I've got it filled up with the AI version of me reading the book until I put in more shows that will fill up the whole day parts and flush it out. Now, why? Because it's just comfort food. That's all. Buffering could drop down your resolution. It's on. Yeah, see, here's the thing. Well, again, like I said, I've got 2 streams going out simultaneously right now. The live stream, which I could scrub, I guess, and that would probably free up the bandwidth on my end. But yeah, that's most likely what's happening there. I'll bet you. But the recording that once this is done should be crystal clear and clean, and so it'll go up into that folder. No, I am not going to run Star Trek episodes. There is no way. I won't touch anything copywritten at all. Because again, when I first started playing with this, and I had an old Casper cartoon that I thought was one of the ones inside of the public domain, and found out quickly that no, it is not. And so it shut the stream down. And I was like, okay, now you know, learning is growing, right? Oh man, but I hope you fellows are doing good. It's still cold out there. It's not so bad. It's 27 right now. Sunny. The roads are good. I ran out for a quick errand over to the Walgreens, and had no real issues. Had to do a little bit of a running start to get out of the driveway. Again, rear wheel drive. That's how it goes. Dun, 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 dun. See, and that's what's cool about, with what you do, Gar, as far as like in your presentation on Twitch. I guess Twitch is a little bit more user friendly and understanding, just fair use type stuff. It's like you're not looking to profit off of it per se. So I don't know. I don't know what their rules are versus YouTube, but I know YouTube will slap you down fast. Very cool. So Damien, there's a question for you. Have you watched any of Dan Reynolds' Federation File stuff? It's really good. I got to give a tip of the hat to Dan Reynolds and Glenn Wolf, Wolf Reynolds production that they do. Just really good stuff. It's so impressive. And I had the opportunity to work on a few of them. One I did sound, which was really fun because that one was oh God, I always screw up the name. But I'm gonna get you some links if you haven't seen that stuff. let's see here. Let's go to the Federation files and grab some links. What the hell? I didn't mean to do that. Just go here. There we go. So let's see. I'll put these links in because it's really good stuff. Let me just go to their channel because it's not cooperating. So anyway, but here's the whole channel. Here we go. Oh, Damon, I think you will appreciate it, really and truly. I mean, I'll be honest, some of the acting is a little cagey, but you know what? So what? People are having a great time doing this. Let's see here. This one, since it's just the first one that came up, I'll copy this one. This one's fun. This is like, this was a lot of this one. This link right here. That one is called Galaxy Hopper, and that one's a fun meshing of Star Trek and Star Wars. I don't want to give anything away, but let's just say I had the opportunity to play, well, the holographic recording of an X-wing pilot, and so that was kind of fun. I of course get blown away very, very fast and early in the episode, but that was a lot of fun. Let's see here. Find the other one. Oh, this one, Walking Bear, Running Wolf. This one I did. I was the boom guy for this one. Yeah. So this one is awesome because this one here, the Walking Bear, Running Wolf, the cast was outstanding, and for the first time that anyone is aware of, the from the animated series, the cat woman lady thing, you know. Anyway, they did the makeup, and she looked amazing, absolutely amazing. So definitely check that one out. It was very, very, very cool. But again, follow their channel. If you like Star Trek, and Dan and Glenn have built the old school Trek aesthetic perfectly. It's really good stuff, and so I'm pleased to have been a part of a few episodes. It was great. It really, really was, because I've never done that. And again, to be an X-wing pilot in a Star Trek episode, that was just fun because, you know, not that I don't really gauge one above the other because they're two different monsters. They may be science fiction on both sides, but they're just different types of story. Oh my goodness. So yeah, so it was a lot of fun. So let me just kind of look. But yeah, I guess the topic of today's theme, if we have a topic this morning, is really thinking about how comedy has gotten so tough. You know, it's like, again, because people are always getting butt hurt and their feelings hurt and things like that. Yeah, I've heard good things about. I've seen some of the Star Trek Continue stuff, and again, that's where I'll play favorites, right? I'll go with the Federation files because Dan's my homie, so I got his back, and it's amazing to see how that has grown because a lot of the sets now were built inside of the old Woodland Heights School, which was K-26, and where they built out the bridge. It's amazing. It is a practical set built out. Now the only thing that's actually green screened on the bridge is the front part of the bridge, but as far as like where the bridge crew and the computers and everything else, you know, I mean, it's fantastic. It is absolutely brilliant what they've done. And then they're like the shuttle scenes are shot downstairs for the interior of the shuttles. It's really, really, really impressive. But like with Walking Bear, Running Wolf, we shot that one actually out at Dogpatch, the old Dogpatch. Now it's John L. Morris's Winter Wonderland Adventure Park, or whatever it's going to be when he gets done with it, which I'm very glad to see that he's doing, because it's a shame that all that went away. So, just taking a look. Yeah, see, and that's the thing. It's like, you know, when we talk about this, I'm kind of bouncing around a little bit because, again, my brain is like firing on 101 different cylinders. And it's like, because there's just so much that I got going on. Like today, I'll share what I'm doing because I guess that's what this is for, right? In building out this paradigm shift inside of the career, which is always shifting when it comes to having been, you know, a professional broadcaster for so long. it was like finding my place in the world. And this is fun because again, it's like now that I've accepted, I think I just heard one of the cats raid a cabinet in the kitchen. They're not really cats anymore. They are Alicia's children, and as such, and mine. But they like they don't act like cats. They're totally humans. It's wild. Anyway, but just developing things to stay useful in this current iteration of the world. That it can be tough. Again, I can see where people get intimidated. Let alone not just the AI stuff per se, but just computers and automations and everything else that's evolved over the years and decades. It's amazing. So actually, what I'm doing on my Evergreen content engine, which is like the service side of things that I do, I've got a 3-tier system now to where it's going to be a full service thing where you could hire me to do this thing, or you can do a live assist where if you have a video per se, or you go through the question, the interviewing yourself thing that I would do for you in the full service package, you would be able to just record that yourself, save you a lot of money, and send me that video, and then I can turn it into the widespread content that you can then use for all your socials to advertise and promote what you're doing. And then there's going to be a complete DIY course that is very affordable, and I'm looking forward to doing it. It's so funny though. It's like anything. It's like you're the roofer with the leaky roof type thing, and that's what's happening there. So I'm going to sit down today and get that course completely all together and all that whole monetization structure to number one, be useful and do something good, and then also put together the system that allows me to enjoy life by paying rent on the planet to where you don't have the wolves at the door. Yeah. Oh man, and it's so funny. Variety shows, gosh, I miss that so much. I missed it so long. Again, back in 2009 or 2008 is when the idea started that I wanted to do a local variety show, and Dan Reynolds and we had discussed it, and he thought I was nuts. And he's like, "It'll never work." I went, "Well, maybe, maybe not. I don't know." But actually, I was much more stubborn back. I was like, "It'll absolutely work. Heck yeah!" And but as we moved on and things, and I wound up going over to TKOA Television at the end of 2009, and with the deal being I had airtime at my disposal, I created what I was hoping to be a variety show, but it turned into more it was just an American Idol knockoff, really, but it was Ozark Idol, so that made it totally different. And I had a couple like live performer things, but most of it was just folks who wanted to sing karaoke, and they were great, and it was entertaining, and it was fun. And it's another one of those things that it is so much opposition to the whole karaoke thing, but why? It's like it gives people the opportunity to be on a stage and enjoy themselves and express themselves, share a talent that they have where they're not looking to form a full band or all of the other things inside of the music business. They just want to perform for people, and it gives them an opportunity. And some are truly talented folks. Others thought they were. And those are the worst because, again, I'm not trying to be mean because I really want people to just do it and express themselves. But when the karaoke thing would feed into an ego that just was promoting something terrible, there were a few that were just like, they were the ones that like American Idol made a killing off of the audition process because they were just rough, but they firmly believed they were the greatest thing since ever, that Frank Sinatra could shine their shoes if he was lucky. And it's like, good God, you can't even stay in key or in tune or remember. No, it was a lot of fun, but it worked, and it was a smash that time. That first season was an absolute smash. Second one did okay, but I made the mistake of having the big finale be outdoors. Huge mistake. And because it happened in August of 2010, and for all intents and purposes, it was supposed to be great weather. I was wrong. That was the October that decided to have winter right in the middle of October. And so the snow and the sleet and everything fell literally the day of. So I had to scrap that and then reschedule and move it into what was the indoor mall here that's now the wraparound outdoor mall where everything is. But we still pulled it off, but it didn't. And then the third one was an absolute disaster. So that's why sometimes you just don't go back to the well. Or if you do, don't break what's not broken. Ah, goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so that's the morning that I've been playing with. And again, like I said, I've still got that going. And this is still recording. And you guys are saying you're seeing the choppiness. So I'll be curious to see. The best thing is I know with this production machine being free from everything, the local recording should be crystal clear and clean and beautiful. So that'll be that. But yeah, I'm going to, because that's the process now. I'll do the show and record it. Then I'll upload it over to the Google Drive and hop and skip and jump over here to this machine. Although it would be probably faster to just copy it onto a thumb drive and that way. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I'm just playing. That's the thing. This part of it all is truly just for the fun of it. And then along the way, figuring things out that we can talk about, or I can show you like we did with the 3D printing process. That was cool. When we went from the 2D image over and going all the way to a final product in less than an hour. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that a lot. So I might do something like that again. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. But reality television, as you bring up there, I don't really have a problem with it. It was a nuisance at one point because it just exploded. Because again, production costs were null and void to produce something like that compared to a scripted series and show. So I get it. It was. I would think and hope that like the editors on those things and in those projects got paid well because they did a great job of stitching those shows together every week. And that's very impressive. And the camera folks, because good God, they were having to record everything and run around. And that was back in the days of the bigger cameras before you had the teeny tiny stuff. So I respect the effort. And some shows were funner than others. Like I'm a big fan of Duck Dynasty. Initially, I was not. I was because anything that gets like all the super hype, I guess that's that rebel in me, the anti-authoritarian. I don't much get on bandwagons like that. I'm aware, but I'm like, we'll wait for it to die down. Then I don't remember when. It's been quite a long time now. But when I finally did give the show a shot, and it was like, man, this is fun. This is good. It was silly. It was, you could tell many things were staged, but that's what you do. I don't care. There's no such thing as reality TV. Like watching paint dry, or as far as like expecting and waiting on the magic to just happen. But it turned into like it was a very heartfelt show, and then when you learn more about the Robertson family, what they really built and what they really are, and who they are, I respect that. I really do, and just the way Phil Robertson would stick to his guns on things, and that's admirable. Right, wrong, and different doesn't matter whether you agreed with him or not. He was very much so a man of conviction, and I appreciate that a lot. And the family, they went right along with that too. It's like it's nice to see American family values, as we label them, on the television. That's great. The revamp reboot they've tried to do that may or may not still be in production and showing, I don't know, but it's missing the magic. But anyway, but yeah, because I was like going through the news headlines, and it gets so tiresome, man. It's like this is why I'm so glad I don't like do that part as part of like what I do anymore. But it's just the same stuff over and over and regurgitated and regurgitated and regurgitated. And it's like weaponizing our empathy, sympathy, and compassion against us because we get bored with things, or there seems to be no real resolution in sight. So it's like, why bother? But I don't know. It's just very interesting. So, but again, last night I was thinking about, well, what's the morning going to be? What we're going to talk about? And then I got to thinking about, like yesterday with the snowplow song thing. It was fun, a little funny here and there. I'm thinking about the comedy bits I used to do that absolutely, boy, if those things actually existed in recorded form somewhere, which I'm sure some probably do in one guy's collection somewhere, man, I got canceled quick. I mean, really quick, because you can't joke like that anymore at all, period. And not that I care, but at the same time, I don't like to intentionally go swinging on somebody. But at the same time, if I find it funny, I find it funny. And right now, there's not really a lot of funny in the world. We've got the Ukraine-Russia thing. We've got U.S.-Iran thing, U.S. Minneapolis thing. Then all the other stuff, the Epsteins, the TPUSA, the everything that all of the influencers are just hovering around those talking points, and that's what's out there. It's like, really, that's it? I'm not even going on like the soapbox pedestal talking about, just, well, let's do some good news stuff, make people feel better. Because again, that gets played out super fast too. And there's definitely, you're not going to monetize that. Not that that's my total intent, but it just said, yeah, falls flat. Oh, but it's interesting. I can say that much. But again, it's just been such a interesting role in all of this. So again, I like hanging out with you guys and having coffee, and I hope you guys enjoy hanging out and having coffee and enjoying this growth and experiment thing. And Gar, as soon as the next step, because again, now that I understand somewhat how to set up the macros commands inside of OBS to where you can program things to where you get folders that trigger at certain times. That's pretty cool. Now, I know there are better systems to where you could get like a SAM broadcaster program that takes care of the scheduling in a much easier, cleaner way. But I don't know. It's like, I like the idea of building it all from scratch, building out the framework and everything. I don't know. We're going to see how that goes. I don't know. I like the feeling, because the next step is to be able to insert top and bottom of the hour ID cues. So it just does it because it's 24/7 stream. And I don't know. I mean, it's going to be a full function. It's going to look just like a regular television station by the time I'm done with it, because that's what so many do. Like if you see like a lot of the news channels online now, this is exactly what they're doing. I'm just back engineering what they're doing. And it is very simple. Once you understand the language, and that's always the thing, right? You got to understand how people speak. And so, but thanks to the AI and all that, you can translate that fast now, which is awesome, because I like that. Well, like, okay, for example, when it comes to like comparing using Google versus Google's Gemini, it's like I did a search. What was I searching for? Doesn't even matter. Oh, it was an Arkansas history thing, right? Learning about Governor Rockefeller, Winthrop Rockefeller. Because sadly, and I don't know about you guys, but when I stop and I think, when it comes to like state history, it's like it's so on the lower rung of just general knowledge stuff. You might have some, but on the whole, not much. But it's because it's always about the national stuff, right? So I have a freeze every 6 seconds for 2 seconds, if that helps you. Thanks to clock on. Okay, cool. So, well, what I'll be curious to see today then will be what the recording looks like, because the recording should be clean and flawless. And again, I'll take it and I'll get it over to the broadcast transmitter computer thingy. And I'm also wanting to see another thing. Why I've got the stream running right now. Number one, check the broadband, see how well that continues to go. Because right now the only thing on there is, again, my AI, me reading the thing, the book. But anyway, to see how well this little mini PC holds up, because it doesn't have a fan per se, like for a cooling thing. And I don't want it to overheat. But the idea of having this little bitty box that is a full service PC. And just as, I won't say it's as powerful as this laptop, but it's solid enough to handle a duty like this. And that's just mind-blowing to me. When I first saw that those things existed last year at some point, I had to get one just because I was like, no way. But yeah, so it's basically a pocket PC. But you got laptops, right? But I don't know. It's like any other gadget. It's just kind of like, well, it's a little bit of an improvement, or it's not an improvement at all, but it's a neat way to package it up. I don't know. But it's fun. I'm enjoying it. Because again, life is an adventure, so play the game as best you can. So, but yeah, so the clock is helping in that. That's cool. So there's a 6 second pause delay, and that's most likely going to be because of the broadband usage I've got going on. But the best thing is like the girls are sleeping in, so they're good. So there's not a whole lot of overtaxation on the broadband. So but I was actually surprised that I was able to put out 2 streams simultaneously to one YouTube channel. That surprised me. I didn't know it, because when I tried it a day or two ago, it's like it didn't seem to work. So, but it works today. But again, it doesn't intercut into the live stream. But I'm sure there's a way I could probably program that. Speaking of which, let me see because I don't know if it's freezing up over there. So let me find out what's going on. No, it's working. But what it's doing, if you happen to be seeing that, which you're probably not since you're watching this one, but I created songs that go along like with the chapters, right? So I took the chapters of the book and then made a song out of it. And so, but then the thought was initially that I was going to do like a long form, which I may still cut it up, but then have those little snippets in between for like the bumps between chapters. So, and I may still put that together. All right, so I'm just kind of catching up with you guys in the chat real quick. Yeah. Da 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 da. There we go. So anyway, boys. Yeah. So what's going on with you guys? What were y'all doing? Damien, have you had the opportunity to get out yet? Because again, the city streets are perfect. They are. Now I don't know about the parking lot over there where you are, but I don't know if they've cleared it off yet or not. But the temperatures are warming up that things are melting pretty good. But no, I mean we got so much that it's not like it's just gone now. But it's good before we get hit with the next round, which not round of stuff other than the colder temperatures. Let's see what that weather forecast looks like. I do the humming thing, I think, because I don't want to have dead air. But it's not really the greatest way to do things. Let's see. What? They have a chance of snow in the forecast tonight, but I think that's a 30% chance. Yeah, that doesn't count. So partly sunny, high of 42 tonight. Maybe some flakes, but no accumulation expected. Overnight low around 20. Tomorrow, high of 32. Overnight low, what? What does that say? It's got a wind chill value tomorrow night of -7. Well, that kind of sucks. Sunny, high of 25 on Saturday night. Overnight low of 8. So yeah, we'll go through a little deep freeze thing. But on the whole, though, there's nothing in the forecast, which is good. Slight chance of rain coming up next week. We'll see how that goes. And the only other thing I got going on when I'm not working on the course project for the Evergreen Content Engine is I am kind of waiting. I'm waiting to hear back on what I truly see as a potential dream job or definitely a company that I want to work with. And that doesn't happen very often in my weird world. But I'm gonna check my email real quick while we're sitting here, because this I think would be a lot of fun. I don't want to give anything away yet until I know what's up, one way or the other. But I'll find out. But yeah, it doesn't look like I've had anything happening here. Yep. Oh, that's another thing too. It's like seeing that a lot of the USPS delivery routes in the southern part of the state are not happening, which is funny. That old moniker of "come rain, nor sleet, nor freezing rain, snow, or whatever will ever stop us." Well, it's stopping them now, which is kind of funny to me. And there we go. I don't see anything of any significance. Let's see what's happening with my mail delivery today, because I'm getting mail. Yeah. But again, I think but the way they framed it in like that, the headlines out there, they're making it look like it's everywhere, but it's not. It's just localized areas where they can't get through, which makes sense. But so far, I've not seen an email that I was looking for. Look for it again later. Man, my eyeball is just giving me grief these days. I don't know if it's from staring too much screen time or what. Zinboo and Walmart. Well, that's good. It just feels good to get out. That's the big thing. Yeah, see, I'm not sure about the links when it comes to things either, because sometimes it seems like they work, or it may work after the fact, maybe. But again, never forget, ladies and gentlemen, YouTube wants to keep you on their platform. They don't want you hopping off. So if there's anything off the platform, yeah, good luck. But that's all socials. Speaking of which, let's go take a look over there at the other socials just to see if there's anything happening. But again, I'm not all that concerned, other than just seeing if I've got any notifications I need to be aware of. Yep, nothing of significance. So anyway, so the weather looks good, but and again, it's funny because the southern part of the state, because the got the email yesterday from the governor's office that a lot of, let's see, where are you? There it is. But like a lot of the central and southern part of the state is still pretty covered up with either the ice or the slush or the patches or whatever. So you know, again, if you were heading south, be super careful. But they're doing pretty good. They're chipping away and getting back to those wonderful gray lines to denote that everything is getting better all the time. And again, another big shout out has to go to Entergy, because they have done a bang up job of the lights stayed on pretty much throughout the entire state of Arkansas, that is. Now, like down here in Louisiana, they still have issues, but it's getting better. Gosh, that's the hard part, but they got the ice, man. So, but Arkansas as a whole, we've done pretty well. Very good, very, very happy about that. Very, very big kudos to them and all of that. 33 minutes into the 8 o'clock hour. I like that clock. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I was like looking at the headlines, and that reinforced the whole thing about we live in a clown world, man. We live in a clown world run by clowns. It's like that. People make that comparison between the movie Idiocracy being a documentary, more so than just a movie, and we're there in a lot of ways. But in other ways, though, I think a lot of commentary that goes out nowadays is just based on way too much ignorance. That folks really don't know the inner workings of stuff. And that's a thing, you know, because again, there are a lot of things I do not understand. I can have an opinion on, but I like to keep to myself because I don't. It's so funny looking at the chat the way it's laid out here. This is so funny. It's like whenever Gar says, use your little cursor, highlight, okay, to like talk about the copy and paste thing. But what's funny is the way it's in frame here in the little doc. You can't see the use part, so it just says, you little cursor. Or it looks like your little cursor, just you little cursor. That's like a term of endearment. You little cursor, you. Shut up! It made me laugh. But yep, just been a whole lot of thinking about stuff. We do that nowadays, don't we? I do. I don't know about you. Yeah, but the comedy thing is so funny because it's like I start to get ideas, and I'm like, you know, it's like the few days, weeks back, whenever it was, and Damien, you had made mention about a puppet, and then I pulled out the little Donnie T Captain America puppet that I've got, and again, I found the puppet itself at like one of the thrift stores around here, got him for a couple bucks, and then the Halloween Captain America little kid's costume, and put him up in it, and it was just funny to me. Oh man, it was just funny. But and that was first term, so that's how long it's been since I've had this puppet and done nothing with, because it's, again, political satire is tough, because regardless of where you are, once you use a political figure nowadays, it literally draws a hard line in the sand with people who are so emotional about their take. And that's just so over the top to me. It's weird. You know, again, weaponizing your empathy, sympathy, and compassion. But I don't know. But if I could come up with something funny to do with it, that's just funny. Funny for the sake of funny, not mean towards either side, I'd probably do something with it. I've hit a wall. I got nothing. But I got the puppet, and he's still over there. I'm looking at him. But yeah, I got nothing. I don't know. I can't come up with something that would be truly funny, because they've made it all not funny. Where when it comes to the presidency of Donald Trump, that premise alone started off funny. It's just like Reagan. I remember as a kid. Now you guys, I think, have a couple years on me, so you probably remember it when I do. But I remember very distinctly in like the first whenever he won the first election in '80, how they really poked at him about the whole bedtime for Bonzo thing, and they carried that all the way through. And so he's just an actor, and yeah, he was also a governor and everything else that he had done. But the bedtime for Bonzo thing just haunted him, and but so what? I thought it was funny, and actually I like Bedtime for Bonzo. It wasn't a bad movie at all. You should play with that one, or would you? There, Gar. There's a question. Horrible horror, and do a presentation, not necessarily the whole thing, but maybe I don't know. But Bedtime for Bonzo, because it's such a it's not. I mean, I guess it's funny. Not slapstick great funny, but it's not a great movie. I don't know, but again, it's like inside of the political divide. Could you use Bedtime for Bonzo in a horror host specialty type capacity, and it just be for fun and funny, without people getting like ridiculously butthurt since Ronald Reagan's in it, long before he ever thought about being even president of the Screen Actors Guild? I don't know. It's something to think about. Just the dynamics of society and the way in which we operate with one another. Well, Bonzo might be able to take people out. Yeah, it was not the greatest movie, but it's like there's some of those and that's one of the things I love about what you do, Gar, is like, 'cause you find some stuff that by a lot of definitions would be terrible horror, but depending on how you look at it, it's like, I mean, they got the movie made, they did it, they got it in the can, and that's not, definitely back then was not an easy feat per se, because you're using all real big heavy equipment and people and stuff to make it all come together. So I've always had an appreciation for that, like Ed Wood being deemed the worst director of all time and all that. I've never really felt that way, because like all of the Ed Wood films, the full catalog from Plan 9, Glenn or Glenda, just, I can live without that one, just in general, But, oh gosh, what are the other ones? But you know what I mean. It's like Bride of the Atom, I think it was the final name on that one, with Tor Johnson and Bela Lugosi again. But those are fun in their horrible ways. And then like the one you featured Saturday night, the Mutiny in Outer Space, is that the right name? I think that's what it was. But anyway, I would say that Plan 9 was far more entertaining than that one. So I'm just saying. But it's all a matter of opinion and thoughts and taste and perspective. So I don't know. But let me get this queued up here, just for the sake of. I think I'm going to dump I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to play the polka real quick, and I'll be right back. So if you missed the lead-in song this morning, this is the one to where, again, we need more polka in our lives, and we need more poking fun at the world today.
Turn on the news, doom, doom, doom. Every joke needs permission soon. Warning labels, black tie glue. Who's offended? Pick a room. Hey, whatever happened to funny? Oh, Wendy laughing across the line. Everybody's mad at something. Nobody's having a good time. We got clowns in charge, as clowns, all serious, no prideful fun. This clown world isn't funny at all. Hey, whatever happened to fun? Satire's tense, comedy shy. Jokes gotta pass a background check, oh my. Used to laugh till we cried inside. Now we argue till bedtime every night. Hey, whatever been to funny? Oh, smiles need clearance now. Everybody's yelling, listen. we got megaphones, no banana peels, red noses locked behind a peel. This clown world isn't funny at all. Hey, whatever happened to real? Hey! Read the room. Who approved that laugh? Ho, ho, ho! Hey, whatever happened to funny? Oh, when did joy get put on trial? Everybody's dead serious. Talk about things they'll forget in a while. So stomp your feet and clap along. Laugh at life, don't take it wrong. This clown world isn't funny at all. So let's make it funny again. Hey!
So that was fun, and we all need more polka in our lives. And again, it's like, again, using the AI tools to create little parody satire songs like that is like the greatest use of AI ever, as far as I'm concerned. Because again, you can go from idea to final product in super speed, which is awesome. It just is. And so, and again, and the best thing about it in like this environment is, as for now, and the way everything works is when you create something like a silly song like that, you're totally, the copyright is yours, right? Since you're subscribed to the service, so it's yours. So you don't have to deal with copyright strikes and all that other stuff. So yeah, I think that's great. I do. I think that is freeing to be able to create freely. And I don't know, I like that a lot. It's funny though, because like looking at the image there, it's funny to me because one, my grandmother always wanted me to learn how to play the accordion, but I never did. Maybe one day I'll give it a go for real, as a bucket list item. But yeah, my grandmother always wanted me to play an accordion. But again, I never did. I learned how to play guitar. I learned how to play a trumpet. I could do all that. I got a trumpet sitting over there that Alicia got for me. It was like, it's been like lingering on my bucket list to pick one back up again since all those many decades ago. And I've given it a go, but truthfully, my embouchure is shot. It just, I can't get it back, and it's crazy. But I think with some exercises and work and going back to the very bare bones basics, I might be able to toughen them up. But then again, from those early days of playing a trumpet to a lifetime of talking, it's just the muscles in my lips are just totally different now, and they've just formed differently. So to get that necessary embouchure, I don't think I can get it back. Another thing that's funny about the picture that really fits in that is that if you look closer at it, it's funny because the AI did what AI used to do a lot terribly, but it's funny in this one because it gave me an extra hand on the accordion, but it works there. It's not a gaffe. It's like it's funny comedy to me. So I don't know, but it's just fun. But I like the idea of being able to just whip something out that quick. Let me whip this out. But I just find it interesting. Dun, 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 yeah. So, and that's the thing, it's like the thing with, with planning on seeing your commentary there, Gar. Again, it's one of those things that like, before it became a thing by way of Tim Burton's movie, it was cool. It was late night, midnight, overnight, USA Network television things that they would drop in that you're like, what in the hell is that? And but so it was cool when it was still in that 100% cult classic following thing that didn't have the whole hoopla over it. But then once the Tim Burton film Ed Wood came out, which I enjoyed, I do. That's one of my I would call it a top 10 popcorn flick. If it happens to show up or come on, I'll watch it again. I just will. I like the aesthetic that he built and all that. I think Johnny Depp was great in it, and it was a lot of fun. I should start a polka band. You know, I might do it. I don't know. Anything is possible. I've just got to do some other things first. But I mean, if I can figure it out, you know, it's one of the things that actually got me really thinking about it again. And this is like 20 something years ago. But I was down in Hot Springs, and there was this little underground hot springs, like where the city had been built up over the years and everything for whatever reasons, but there were still the lower shops that were below road level. And the Brower House was the name of the place. It was just a little hole, literally a little hole bar there in downtown Hot Springs on Bathhouse Row. And I went in there, and it was the Itinerant Locals were their name. And it was a husband and wife. And they were like a genuine, awesome vaudeville act, because she sang and played something. I don't remember what she played, but he had tuba. And they would bust out just this duo polka stuff. And it was awesome. And they totally played it up, man. They had the look and the gimmick, and they were really good at what they did. And I don't know if they're still performing out there, but they were a lot of fun. But it got me thinking about that again back then. It just really hadn't escaped me. Ah, yeah, the clown with yeah. See, and that's the thing. It's like when the AI makes the goose, or that it was known for, because it doesn't do that so much now. But it's funny to me now. It's like to see that, but for that particular thing, for the whole whatever happened to funny, I don't know. It's just there. So, um, yeah, 5 fingers and a thumb. That's all right. That's the way the whole damn thing works now. 2 plus 2 equals $3,742 trillion. Yep. Yeah, let's see. It's 8:48, 12 months away. I'm definitely going to ride this all the way up to the top of the hour today, because, again, I'm recording this for the sake of then uploading and putting in the folder for the live stream, so that it can rotate in. And then I'll share this that I'm playing with, because what I'm doing is inside of the folder. While right now it's just playing the music that's in the folder. And then it's just using that one still that was like the last one there, which I could adjust that. But anyway, but what I'm doing is I'm doing a numbering system. So whenever that folder kicks off, it will play in that order. So it's very rudimentary automation, but it works. And then when I put the other folders in and set the time triggers for like top of the hour every hour, and bottom of the hour every hour, now it's going to break the programming, because it's going to be hard stops, right? But I know it's possible to time the folders out, because I'm just that kind of a nut. I just do that. Oh, da 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 da. Weird. So anyway, just kind of watching you guys chat there, because again, this is like so funny. It's like I'm not on, but I'm on. You know, this is just conversation that eventually, or that occasionally has some worth to it. Other times it doesn't. It's just having coffee, waking up, starting the day like this, and again, it's been good muscle building on a lot of things, and getting comfortable back in front of the camera and speaking and all that. So it's hard to believe it's 86 episodes in now, and it just goes to show you, just start, keep going, keep going. I may wind up scaling back on the weekends, maybe. It just kind of depends on how things work out. And then if this dream job thing comes through, then that's going to change the dynamic a little bit too. But then again, it may not. Because with this particular dream job, if it does come to pass, as far as like a tool goes, this could be a pretty good tool for that in certain things. I don't know. But I'm going to keep doing it, just because, again, to have what I see over here, that is, again, it's just the OBS screen, right? But to know that its intent and purpose is as a broadcast station is comfort food. That's the best way I can put it. It's like, maybe because I sat in the studio that was TKO8 television for 10 years, and like this type of setup was always just around me. Mind you, this particular brain box was in the other room, but it was just like right over my shoulder where I could look and make sure everything was still working. Where the cave where I did all my production and stuff is like this part right here, which is not nearly as sprawled out, but because I don't need it to be. And then a monitor over here, which I never had in my control room. I didn't really care that much, but the monitor was actually with that same thing. I don't know. It's just comfortable, and it's cool to know that it's just doable now. 9 minutes away from the 9 o'clock hour. Oh, da 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 da. Yeah, I hear Alicia starting to wake up, so I'm gonna go give her kisses here in 8 minutes because that's what I do. I'm fortunate in that. And it's funny because there's a little funny thing last night because as I was watching the stream of the 24/7 one, it was kind of interesting because Alicia and I were sitting on this little futon that's over here, and we were just watching. It was kind of cool because sometimes she's still like my biggest fan, and she was actually watching me doing yesterday's morning show in the restream broadcast, and that was I don't know, it's kind of nice. We made so many wonderful memories doing this stuff, and I think that's another reason why I don't believe I'll ever get it out of my system completely, and I don't want to. But it's like the stuff that we've done, thanks to my career choice and the experiences that Caitlin has been able to have, is just genuinely priceless. Worth not all of, but good. I'll say not all of the sacrifice that went into it, but I cannot complain. You know what I'm saying? It's like we had so many wonderful moments that she got to experience that I know most kids never, ever, ever, ever could. But yeah, I don't know. It's been a wonderful life and all of that. And again, now that she's 16 and very 16 right now, and she's really evolved into her own person with her own thoughts and her own talents and skills and stuff. I was thinking about that this morning while I was being the slave to the animals while I was getting their breakfasts and everything, and just remembering and realizing how short a time you have when they're little bitty, you know. And God, I miss that. I don't get gushy about it too much because it does get sad, because I wouldn't have it any other way though. She's matured into a wonderful young lady who's very smart, has a great mind about her, not afraid of anything, you know, for the most part, you know what I'm saying. But she's not afraid to try things. She's not afraid to ask questions. She's not afraid to go look and research and do. And if she does have something she doesn't understand, she will stay the course until she does understand it. And that is just the best thing in the world. Yeah. Did any of the links that I put up in there to like the Federation files work? There's a litmus test for you. Did you guys see those links to those episodes in that channel? And then also in the description this morning, which I guess I could just look at that myself. Let me go look with you. Let's go find the YouTube. Let's go see. Make sure that's turned down so I don't wind up with the blowback feedback. All of that. It's so weird that you could just do it like this. Okay, let's look. All right, so there's me live right now. I can see the stutter, I guess, 5 away from the 9 o'clock hour. Go look down at my descriptions. Okay, in the description, all the links are there and they appear to be active. Okay, that's good. And then going all the way back up. I love the chatty Cathiness of this, what we do. Well, where is it? I guess it goes this way. Okay. Scrolling. Looking for my stuff. My comments. Okay, so now that's the most recent. Okay, I can only go back so far in the chat, so that's kind of the thing. Huh, interesting. Well, let's just try this. We will go get a fresh link to put in. And we'll copy that and that, and I'll put it in, and we'll just see what happens with this link, what this link does right now. Chatting in my own stuff, that's just weird, man. And yeah, my link worked. So there you go. So my link that I put into the chat was a hot link and it worked. So there you go. There we go. So it's 8:56. We're 4 minutes away from the top of the hour. I am going to put in what is my closing theme now. Yeah, I'm going to keep it like that. That's going to be my closing theme that's fixing to fire off here in just about a minute or so. because again, I want to lock this thing into an hour. So again, I saw my stutter and I'm watching me stutter and stagger over here as I watch me. But then again, I don't know. Kind of interesting. So anyway, let me close that because I don't need to see me over here. That's just narcissistic, man. I don't need that in my life. Anyway, okay, fellas, this was fun. So now, okay, so my links work as the admin, but your links don't because it's there. The flat note lady singing. Actually, well, I've got this. I'm gonna, because again, this is just the thing. It's like I had it put together. I had the AI write a tip jar song because I don't know if somebody wanted to leave a tip, they could. I got the link in the description. If they got value out of it, how much value would you get out of this morning? Probably not much, other than our time spent together, which is priceless. But as far as like the content itself, no, it is what it is. I don't know. But I know it's like, yeah, just get into the habit of doing things, build it out to where I don't like the idea of subscriptions. I do not like the idea of like Patreons. I don't much care for like the crowdfunding stuff anymore. Just not my bag. But I do know people like to participate and they like to kick in when they feel they've gotten something out of it. So I make that available. Sort of like doing the yeah, see, but on Facebook, though, I just loathe that platform too much. I put stuff out there to stay relevant locally, but because there's things that I do locally that are still relevant for local, but I really despise, cannot stand that platform. It's just a horrible pit. Anyway, 2 away from 9 o'clock, I'm going to kick this song off and get ready to move on to the next part of the day. And so, gentlemen, thank you for joining me for coffee this morning. And let's remember to stay funny and find funny and share funny as we can, and get bold in that again to where we're not worried about making somebody's feelers get hurt. Anyway, see you guys in the morning. We'll keep rocking in the free world.
Buy no monthly misery, baby, but I will tip the joint. Skip that sub, tip a buck, internet high five. Skip that sub, tip a buck, keep the good stuff alive. Coffee in my hand, scrolling late at night. Cat doing kung fu, yeah, it feels right. Then a bud stops yelling, pay me every day. I said, buddy, I'm broke in a regular way. I don't need no gold tier, don't need that pain. I'll tip when you hit me with the laugh train. Tip a buck, internet high five. Skip that sub, tip a buck, keep the good stuff alive. You fix my sink with a 3-minute clip. Save my Sunday shirt from the drip. You taught my brain a trick, made my mood behave. Pull me out the blues like a retro wave. I ain't got a lot, but I got a little thank you, so I drop it in the jar like the cool kids do. Tap, tap, tip jar. Bop, bop, bop. Karma do the jitterbug. Make my love pop. Might make you smart. Might make you cute. Might fix your aura in a zoot suit. Skip that sub. Tip a buck. Internet high five. Stop, skip that sub. Tip a buck. Keep the good stuff alive. Stop, skip that sub. Tip a buck. Internet high five.